Before history had a name, one colossal predator ruled every shadow beneath this ancient ocean. Megalodon was not simply a giant shark. Megalodon was a moving mountain built to hunt. Every scar across Megalodon's body marked another violent struggle survived in this ancient sea. Ahead, a whale mother and calf had already felt the ocean change around them. The peaceful sea had become a trap, and the whale calf could already sense danger below.
Megalodon attacked from below, using the darkness of the ocean as perfect cover. A single strike from Megalodon could cripple even the largest animal in this ancient sea. Each serrated tooth was designed to cut deeply through flesh, blubber, and bone. The whale calf could no longer see Megalodon, but the ocean still carried the warning. Megalodon had vanished only to prepare a second, more precise attack from below. This was no myth born from fear. Megalodon truly hunted beneath the ancient sea. But how did Megalodon become the most feared predator in the entire prehistoric ocean?
To understand Megalodon, the story must descend into the world Megalodon ruled. Megalodon moved through the ocean like a mountain that had learned to hunt. Every creature in the sea reacted before Megalodon even reached the hunting ground. Megalodon carried the marks of countless battles across the ancient ocean.
In deeper ocean water, Megalodon could disappear before launching another attack.
No other hunter in this sea created fear across such an enormous distance. The ancient ocean preserved Megalodon's enormous power inside a single fossil tooth. One fossil tooth revealed the existence of a predator almost beyond imagination. From the ocean floor, science reconstructed the giant that once ruled the sea. Megalodon was not a legend. Megalodon was living power beneath the ocean. Across the ancient sea, Megalodon constantly searched for the largest available prey. Ahead, a migrating whale pod entered the hunting territory of Megalodon. Even enormous whales became vulnerable when Megalodon entered the same stretch of ocean.
The hunt began long before the first bite, with silence, distance, and perfect position.
Nothing in this ancient sea could ignore the pressure wave created by Megalodon. The shadow of Megalodon could turn the bright ocean floor into sudden darkness. Even the smallest lights in the ocean revealed the approach of the colossal predator. Every animal in the sea understood the warning carried by the movement of Megalodon. Every turn of Megalodon moved an enormous volume of water through the ancient ocean. Megalodon needed constant movement to drive seawater across the powerful gill system. From the ocean floor, Megalodon began another silent ascent toward the whales above. Above Megalodon, the largest whale in the pod unknowingly became the next target. To understand Megalodon, the journey must begin inside the ancient ocean Megalodon controlled. The hunt has only begun. Now the true story of Megalodon rises from the ancient sea. Before following the hunt, the true identity of Megalodon must first be understood. Megalodon was a real shark, not a monster invented by sailors or ancient legend.
Megalodon appeared more than 20 million years ago in warm, prehistoric oceans.
For millions of years, Megalodon remained one of the ocean's most powerful predators. Fossils show Megalodon swimming through oceans across nearly the entire prehistoric world. Most knowledge of Megalodon comes from teeth preserved beneath ancient seas. The name Megalodon means giant tooth, and the fossils fully justify that name.
Some Megalodon teeth grew longer than an adult human hand.
From these fossils, scientists rebuilt the outline of a colossal ocean predator. The largest estimates place Megalodon near 20 meters from snout to tail. Beside Megalodon, even large sharks would have appeared remarkably small. The enormous jaws of Megalodon held multiple rows of thick, cutting teeth. A broken tooth did not leave Megalodon unarmed for long. Megalodon evolved in an ocean filled with large, energy-rich marine mammals. The rise of whales gave Megalodon access to enormous amounts of food.
Natural coloring helped Megalodon vanish when viewed from above or below.
From above, the dark body of Megalodon disappeared into the deeper ocean. Despite enormous size, Megalodon could move through the sea with remarkable efficiency. Large pectoral fins helped Megalodon stabilize the massive body during powerful turns.
Each tail stroke converted the weight of Megalodon into forward power.
Megalodon was not only large, Megalodon could accelerate when an attack demanded it. Megalodon likely detected distant movement through highly sensitive systems in the head. Electrical signals from living prey may have guided Megalodon through dark ocean water.
In murky water, Megalodon could still locate a moving animal beyond clear sight.
Megalodon also entered warm, shallow seas rich with food and young marine life.
In shallow water, the enormous body of Megalodon became impossible to overlook.
Some shallow seas may have sheltered young Megalodon during vulnerable early years. Young Megalodon practiced hunting smaller prey before entering the dangerous open ocean.
Beyond the shallow sea, waited the vast hunting world of adult Megalodon.
Growth transformed Megalodon from a coastal hunter into a ruler of the open sea. Only an ocean rich in large animals could support a predator this enormous. Megalodon occupied the highest level of the prehistoric ocean food web. Size made Megalodon intimidating, but design and strategy made Megalodon deadly. The next answer lies inside the weapons carried by the enormous body of Megalodon. From jaw to tail, every part of Megalodon contributed to overwhelming ocean power. Now the giant has a name, a history, and a place within the prehistoric sea. Next, the body of Megalodon reveals why the ancient ocean had no greater hunter. The body of Megalodon was not merely enormous. Every visible structure served the hunt. Megalodon carried rows of thick, serrated teeth designed to cut through massive prey.
The broad root resisted pressure, while the serrated edges sliced deeply into flesh and bone. For large prey, the first contact came from a wall of cutting teeth. The bite concentrated enormous force through dozens of sharp contact points.
Thick muscle around the head helped drive the enormous jaws of Megalodon. Megalodon was likely broad, heavy, and powerfully built for attacking ocean giants. The massive torso stored the muscle needed for sudden, devastating acceleration. The tail base carried the muscle that transformed body weight into forward force. One powerful tail stroke could launch Megalodon toward prey with explosive speed. Large fins helped Megalodon remain stable while carrying enormous momentum through the sea. Scientists reconstruct Megalodon as a thick-bodied shark built for power and stability. The head of Megalodon combined sensory precision with overwhelming physical force. Closely spaced teeth helped Megalodon grip the thick body of large marine prey.
Megalodon likely targeted fins, the chest or tail, to reduce a whale's movement.
Successful attacks depended on placement, timing, and the ability to control enormous force. A lighter underside concealed Megalodon against sunlight filtering through the sea surface. A dark back concealed Megalodon when prey looked down into deeper ocean water. From below, the pale body of Megalodon blended into the brighter sea above. The greatest concentration of force remained inside the massive head of Megalodon. The jaw hinge allowed Megalodon to open wide while maintaining crushing mechanical force. The broad head supported immense jaws, powerful muscles, and rows of giant teeth. Sensitive organs around the snout helped Megalodon locate movement hidden in dark water. The sensory systems of Megalodon guided the weapons toward the correct target. A streamlined outline allowed Megalodon to carry immense mass through open ocean water. The tail completed the weapon, delivering the final burst needed for an ambush. Force generated at the tail traveled through the entire body toward the jaws. Tail, torso, fins, and jaws work together as one coordinated ocean weapon. Megalodon could control that power instead of wasting energy on every approach. But the weapons of Megalodon mattered only when the hunt finally began. The armed body of Megalodon now entered an ocean filled with possible targets. The next step was not strength, but choosing the correct position beneath the prey. The body of Megalodon was ready. Only the exact moment of attack remained. Megalodon transformed depth, darkness, and distance into part of the weapon. The structure of Megalodon explains the power. The next chapter reveals the strategy. Now the ocean will reveal how Megalodon used every weapon during a real hunt. The body was ready, the prey was exposed, and the hunt was about to begin. Megalodon attacked only after depth, distance, and timing had aligned beneath the prey. The final approach was explosive, leaving the whale almost no time to react. Megalodon often struck first, withdrew, and allowed injury to weaken the target. Energy mattered, even for the largest hunter in the prehistoric ocean. The second approach came from a different angle, where the whale remained vulnerable. Disabling the tail could remove the whale's greatest chance of escape. Once movement failed, the whale could no longer escape the hunting zone. Megalodon waited beneath the prey until resistance had almost disappeared. The final attack required less speed because the earlier strikes had already succeeded. The hunt combined injury, patience, and repeated attacks rather than one uncontrolled bite. The final strike ended a hunt that had begun long before the first collision. A successful whale hunt provided enough food to reward the enormous energy spent. After feeding, Megalodon could return to slow, energy-saving movement through the sea. Not every megalodon lived only in the deepest part of the open ocean.
Warm coastal seas offered abundant prey and protected water for younger megalodon.
Shallow nursery seas may have increased the survival chances of juvenile megalodon. Young megalodon learned to chase smaller fish before confronting the giants offshore. Beyond the nursery sea waited larger prey, stronger currents, and greater danger. Survival in the shallows prepared Megalodon for a life in the open sea. Growth carried Megalodon from protected coastal water into the largest ocean hunting grounds. Adult Megalodon may have followed whale migrations across enormous stretches of ocean. Food, temperature, and migration routes guided Megalodon through the prehistoric sea. Megalodon likely selected targets according to size, condition, and the energy required. An injured or isolated animal offered a safer return for the energy spent. The basic strategy remained consistent: descend, conceal the body, and attack upward. Not every approach became an attack. Abandoning a poor opportunity saved energy. Megalodon probably hunted alone across much of the open prehistoric ocean. Ocean currents may have helped Megalodon travel between distant feeding grounds efficiently. The ocean carried distant movement and sound toward the sensitive head of Megalodon. Slow cruising conserved energy, while short bursts were reserved for the final attack. Every new hunt began with the same calculation of prey, depth, distance, and risk. Senses, camouflage, patience, and force combined inside every Megalodon hunt. But the ocean that supported Megalodon would not remain warm and abundant forever. As the ocean changed, the advantages of enormous size began to carry a cost. A predator this large depended on a sea that could continuously provide enormous prey. When whales changed their routes, Megalodon had to follow or lose essential food. Megalodon now faced an ocean moving away from the conditions that created Megalodon. The hunter still possessed every weapon, but the ancient ocean was beginning to fail. Megalodon remained powerful, but the ocean supporting that power had begun to disappear. A body this large required a constant supply of rich, energy-dense ocean prey. Whales were moving toward colder waters that Megalodon may not have followed easily. The prey remained visible, but the distance between hunter and food continued to grow.
Longer pursuits consumed energy before Megalodon could even begin a successful attack.
Old feeding grounds no longer offered the abundance that had once sustained Megalodon. When large prey vanished, the greatest hunter in the sea began losing its foundation. Cooling seas reduced the warm habitats where Megalodon had hunted most effectively. Falling sea levels also reduced the shallow nurseries where young Megalodon developed.
Without protected nursery seas, juvenile Megalodon faced danger before reaching full size.
Young Megalodon entering open water became more exposed to competition and predation. Climate and sea level change removed critical habitat from the Megalodon life cycle. Smaller prey could not always repay the energy demanded by a body as large as Megalodon. The greatest advantage of Megalodon was becoming an increasingly expensive biological burden. Smaller sharks could survive on less food and pursue scattered prey with greater flexibility. Competition did not require a rival to overpower Megalodon directly. Even the largest teeth in the ocean could not create prey where none remained. Group hunting marine mammals may have competed for the same valuable prey. Coordination offered smaller hunters an advantage that sheer size could not easily match. Long periods without food would force Megalodon to conserve every possible movement. Across generations, fewer Megalodon may have survived long enough to reproduce.
By roughly 3.5 million years ago, Megalodon vanished from the fossil record. The greatest shark in history disappeared before the first humans ever saw the sea.
The ocean kept only teeth, vertebrae, and scars on ancient whale bones.
Extinction ended the predator, but the fossil tooth preserved the scale of Megalodon. The body vanished, but the idea of Megalodon continued to grow inside human imagination.
Millions of years later, the deep ocean would transform extinction into mystery.
The emptiness of the deep sea made every large shadow feel like Megalodon. Mystery survives, but the reliable evidence still comes from fossils beneath the sea. Extinction closed the biological story, but the legend of Megalodon was only beginning. The deeper the ocean appeared, the easier it became to imagine a surviving giant. The ocean can suggest a monster without providing a single piece of proof. A mysterious shadow is not evidence that Megalodon escaped extinction. Megalodon vanished, but one fossil tooth preserved the memory of an entire ocean empire. From fossil evidence, the lost body of Megalodon rises again inside scientific imagination. Science cannot recover every detail, but the evidence confirms a truly colossal shark. No living shark today approaches the extraordinary size once reached by Megalodon. Megalodon became the enduring symbol of an ocean age dominated by giant predators. As the real animal disappeared, the mystery of Megalodon entered the modern ocean. The deep sea can transform distance, darkness, and movement into the illusion of a monster. Many supposed Megalodon sightings begin with ordinary animals seen under extraordinary conditions. A living population of Megalodon would leave fresh teeth, wounds, and repeated ecological traces. Modern whale remains do not reveal the repeated colossal bite marks Megalodon would produce.
Evidence from a predator this large would be difficult for science to overlook.
The ocean is vast, but every giant predator remains connected to a visible food web. The real Megalodon survives not in the modern sea,
but inside the fossil record. Every ridge and serration preserves information about the feeding life of Megalodon. The fossil tooth allows science to place Megalodon back into the ancient ocean. Megalodon shaped the behavior and survival of the whales sharing the prehistoric sea. Megalodon depended on an entire ocean food web, not only strength and enormous teeth. Megalodon was terrifying to prey, but Megalodon was also a remarkable product of evolution. Even Megalodon remained small beside the ocean system that created and sustained Megalodon. When the ancient ocean changed, even the greatest predator could not remain forever. The ocean continued after Megalodon, filling the empty space with new life and predators. Life moved forward, while the teeth of Megalodon remained beneath the changing sea. Millions of years now separate this silent fossil from the living Megalodon. The shadow survives because science can rebuild the animal from evidence left behind.
Fact created the foundation, while imagination transformed Megalodon into an ocean legend.
The ocean remains mysterious, without requiring Megalodon to remain alive within it. No reliable evidence shows that Megalodon still patrols the modern deep sea. The real deep ocean already contains wonders that require no invented surviving giant. Megalodon no longer rules the sea, but Megalodon still rules the human imagination. Teeth, muscle, camouflage, and patience made Megalodon the ultimate ancient shark. The body disappeared millions of years ago, but the shadow never truly left the ocean. What remains is not a living monster, but evidence of a real and extraordinary animal. This silent tooth remains the most powerful witness to the age of Megalodon. From one fossil, the ancient sea reveals a world of giants, survival, and extinction. Megalodon is gone, but the ancient ocean will carry the legend of Megalodon forever.